Major League Baseball Commissioner Rob Manfred sat down with ESPN's Carl Ravich to discuss the Astros cheating scandal, and just as we'd come to expect with Commissioner Manfred, it was an absolute joke. It was 45 minutes of verbal diarrhea. It was spineless. He defended his decision to not only not suspend the players involved, and his decision to not vacate the 2017 World Series from the Houston Astros. Now, my question is this. He said in the interview that he didn't want to suspend the players because it would not have held up with the Major League Baseball Players Union, and that they would have filed grievances and they would have won those grievances. Hey, last time I checked, there were players other than the Houston Astros in the Players Union, and they are disgusted with the Astros. Let's just see how it is. Let's see how it holds up, because they deserve to be suspended. And then he says, hey, he's going to suspend players that throw at the Astros. So let me get this straight. The players that cheated don't get suspended, but the players that retaliate and beat the Astros, they get suspended? That makes no sense whatsoever. He's defending the cheaters. Here's Rob Manfred on his decision to not suspend the cheaters in the Astros cheating scandal.
I think if you watch the players, watch their faces when they have to deal with this issue publicly, they have paid a price. To think that they're skipping down the road into spring training happy, that's just a mischaracterization of where we are. Having said that, the desire to have actual discipline imposed on them, I understand it, and in a perfect world it would have happened. We ended up where we ended up in pursuit of really, I think, the most important goal, and that is getting the facts and getting them out there for people.
Okay, so let me get this straight, Manfred. You're telling me that if I cheat, I get to keep what I won, I get to keep the money that I've earned, I get to keep the MVP trophy, and most importantly, I get to keep my name in the history books as a World Series champion. And the only punishment is that I have to live with myself, I have to live with my decision, I have to live with my conscience. Hey, where do I sign up for that? Oh, but don't worry, I would never do that. You know why? Because I'm not a Houston Astro. I'd rather fail with honor than win by cheating. And you say you believe in precedent, right? You say you believe in the history of Major League Baseball. Well, you just set the precedent where future generations of baseball players can cheat and they get to keep everything. I said it months ago. You allowed the Houston Astros to rob a bank and keep the money. And the most infuriating thing that came out of that 45 minutes of verbal diarrhea was what he had to say about the World Series trophy, about the Commissioner's Trophy. Here's Rob Manfred on his decision to not vacate the 2017 World Series.
Well, in the context of my original decision, it was something that we talked about and analyzed extensively. It was a big topic of conversation between me and my senior staff.
And how did you land on the decision you landed on?
Well, I landed on it, really several thoughts. Number one, it has never happened in baseball. You know, and I am a believer in the idea that precedent matters, and that when you deviate from it, you have to have a really good reason to do that, number one. Number two, I thought that the report gave people a really transparent account of what went on, that we put people in a position to make their own judgments about the behavior that went on. That certainly has happened over the last month. And the idea of, you know, an asterisk or asking for a piece of metal back seems, you know, sort of a futile act. People always know that there was something about the 2017 World Series.
Now, the first thing I want to address is Rob Manfred saying, hey, if you're ever going to deviate from precedent, you better have a very good reason. Oh, I don't know. How about a team cheating to win the World Series? I can't think of a better reason than that. A team that had a camera in the outfield positioned to the catcher, and then they relayed signs into the dugout, and then they banged trash cans like cheater morons. What better reason you need than that? A team was at a competitive disadvantage for 7 games. The Dodgers still took the Astros to Game 7, even though they were at a competitive disadvantage and the Astros were stealing signs every single game. You're telling me that you need a better reason than that? I feel like the fans are getting punished more than the Houston Astros in the sign-stealing scandal because, hey, Rob Manfred is destroying the integrity of the game that we love, and players around the league have lost all respect for Commissioner Rob Manfred. Here's Justin Turner. I'm calling him Justin the Burner Turner for the burn he threw at Commissioner Manfred.
Which, by the way, is called the Commissioner's Trophy. So for him to devalue it the way he did yesterday is just tells me how out of touch he is with the players in this game. And, you know, at this point, the only thing devaluing that trophy is that it says Commissioner on it.
So Justin Turner, give it up for JT, Ginger Jesus, bringing the smoke on Commissioner Manfred. And then Mike Trout, the best player in the game. Here's what he had to say about the Astros.
Yeah, I think because, you know, a lot of teams were affected. You look at the Dodgers, you look at the Yankees. We weren't in the playoffs, but they were in the playoffs. And, you come to spring training because you want to win a ring. And just if you see someone cheated to do it, it's a tough thing to swallow. And I'm sure a lot of people are mad. A lot of people are going to hold back and not say much. But I think they're trying to get people to, or Manfred or somebody to. They think the punishment should be more or something.
Well, according to Mike Trout, players come to spring training to win a ring. Well, hey, Mike, sorry to tell you this, but your commissioner thinks a ring means nothing. It's just a piece of metal, right? Well, how about you, Darvish? He was probably one of the players most affected by the sign-stealing scandal. Here's what he had to say.
But so they cheat. I think so right now they don't have to talk. They shouldn't talk like that right now.
Oh, don't worry, you. They're still talking. Here's Carlos Correa responding to Cody Bellinger's belly bombs that he threw at the Astros a few days ago.
Like I said before, what doesn't sit well with me is when you say false statements. If you don't know the facts, if you're not informed, this is America, Ken. You can say whatever you want. You can say whatever you want. But Cody Bellinger's job is to look for information, get informed, know the facts for sure before he stands in front of cameras to talk about other players. You should get informed. You should be informed before you talk about other players. If you don't know the facts, then you gotta shut the
Hey, Carlos Correa, we've heard enough from the Houston Astros. If you guys were smart, you would lay low, you would not make any headlines, and you would just focus on baseball because, hey, you don't need to worry about wearing buzzers next year. You need to worry about wearing bubble wrap. William Hill Sportsbook just put out the line for the over-unders for how many times the Astros will get beat next year, and they set it at 83.5. That's one hit batter every other game. So, hey, teams are going to be attacking the Astros all season long. Hey, but not to worry, your boy Rob Manfred, he's going to be protecting you all season long. I wonder how much Jim Crane is paying Rob Manfred. I mean, hey, why else would he be defending you guys like he is? This is actually sadly probably really good for Major League Baseball. Major League Baseball is buzzing harder than Jose Altuve right now. I've never seen an offseason where everyone is talking about Major League Baseball every single day, from trades to free agency to one of the biggest scandals in baseball history. But I want to see people tuning into baseball for the sport and not the scandal. Thanks for watching the Get More Sports YouTube channel. My name is Doug McCain. You can follow me at DMac_LA. And for all the hottest sports content in the game, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button, and most importantly, give me all your takes right down below in the comments section. I want all your takes right down below in the comments section. And for all the hottest and latest sports news, head over to GetMoreSports.com.